News 25 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A structure fire is set ablaze on the north end of town, and updates on how corona is affecting the U.S. A fire breaks out on the north side of town. It's Monday, March 16th at Errett. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is investigating the cause of a small fire on the north side of town.
The fire happened around noon Monday at this property off Silver Sage Drive near Leslie Street. The flames destroyed the small structure believed to be some type of trailer. It was located in the middle of several travel trailers being stored on the property, and the fire was contained to this single structure. In addition to Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were also on scene to assist with traffic control. No injuries were reported. The amount of the loss is unknown.
Just a mile and a half from the fire, an accident leaves a big mess on the side of the road.
A Star Nursery dump truck pulling a second trailer partially capsized, dumping several tons of gravel onto the shoulder of Belle Vista Avenue near Barney Street. Reports indicate the driver had pulled off the side of the road when the front right tire sank into soft dirt on the shoulder. The heavy load then caused the truck to tip. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and the Nye County Sheriff's Office were called to the scene. Belle Vista Avenue was closed for a short time. No injuries were reported.
Nye County Sheriff Sharon Worley is announcing new precautions in her office to help fight the spread of coronavirus. She's released a video on Facebook this afternoon outlining how some of those changes will affect the public's interaction with the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
As you're all aware, the state of Nevada is implementing procedures to ensure social distancing as a mechanism to slow down the spread of COVID-19. We've no confirmed cases in Nye County, and our hope is by implementing preventative measures, we can keep it that way. Over the last several weeks, my office has made several modifications to operating procedures in an effort to do our part. Some of them are as follows. All administrative offices will remain open during regular business hours to serve the public. However, services will be reduced. Our staff will be avoiding all in-person contact. Patrol deputies and animal control will begin handling many calls via phone or FaceTime to avoid public contact. Email and phones will be utilized for the transfer of information and statements to the extent possible. The CDC has recommended a distance of 6 feet between persons, which provides some protection from the spread of COVID-19. As a result of this guidance, deputies have been instructed to keep their distance when possible when interacting with the public. As always, dispatch is available 24/7. If you have a need for a deputy in a non-emergency, please call 775-751-7000, option 5. In an emergency, as always, dial 911. The safety and welfare of Nye County and its residents and visitors are our biggest concern.
The Southern Nevada Health District has announced the state's first death from COVID-19. A Clark County man reported to be in his 60s has died from the virus. The health district also reports 19 new cases of coronavirus, bringing Clark County's total to 35. Statewide, 45 people have been confirmed to have the coronavirus. As a reminder, you can always do the 5. It starts with hands. Wash them often. Elbow, cough into it. Face, don't touch it. Feet, stay more than 3 feet apart. And if you feel sick, just stay home. These are 5 easy tasks to help prevent you and others from falling ill. Mortgage rates are on the rise, and the Apple is beginning to open its stores in China. Angela Miles has the details.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief. Topping our news, the first signs of encouragement from the tech industry since the coronavirus outbreak started. According to a report, Apple is reopening all of its 42 stores in China. The stores have been closed since early February. Analysts are expecting a dip in Apple's profit. This year, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference will be streamed online due to the pandemic. Mortgage rates are on the rise. The 30-year fixed is back up around 3.65%. That's after falling to a record low of 3.13% March 2nd. The National Association of Realtors reports just 3% of realtors pulled homes for sale from the market due to coronavirus. The U.S. dollar is doing well. The dollar is rallying higher as investors rush to the American currency as a safe haven. Disney World and Disneyland are closed and will remain that way through the end of March.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
News 25 will be right back after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The list of closures due to the coronavirus pandemic continues to grow. Governor Steve Sisolak yesterday announced the closure of all K-12 schools in Nevada starting today. All schools will remain closed until at least April 6th. Great Basin College administrators met today to decide how they'll move forward. Right now, they report all classes will meet as scheduled this week. But they're considering a move to online classes only. We'll keep you posted, and UNLV has announced that they will transition to online learning March 23rd, immediately following spring break. This comes on the heels of UNLV barring spectators at all athletic department sporting events. In Nye County, Town of Pahrump offices have closed, including administration and business licensing, tourism, ambulance billing, and town finance. As of now, the Treasurer's office remains open for business, though Treasurer John Prudhomme reminds residents that many transactions can be completed online. The Nye County Planning and Building and Safety Departments will be closed to the public until further notice. Planning applications will be accepted via email and payments can be made over the phone. The Recorder's Office and the Assessor's Office will not be accepting walk-ins at its Tonopah and Pahrump locations for the next few weeks. The Town of Tonopah and Tonopah Public Utilities offices will be closed this week. The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles is also taking steps to combat the coronavirus. The agency says offices in Carson City, Las Vegas, and Reno will only serve customers with appointments. And the number of customers allowed into rural offices like Pahrump will be limited. In addition, only customers or someone directly assisting them will be allowed in the DMV waiting area. Because the list of closures is subject to change at any time, we encourage you to call any office before you go or visit their website for more information. If you need to contact Valley Electric Association, you'll have to do that by phone or email. Effective today, VEA's offices are closed to the public. The co-op will continue to post updates on its website, vea.coop. In Las Vegas, an unprecedented shutdown of resorts on the Strip. MGM Resorts International has announced it will temporarily close all of its Las Vegas properties. Casino operations will shut down tonight. The resorts will close completely Tuesday and remain closed until further notice. In addition, MGM says it will not take reservations for arrivals prior to May 1st. The closures affect Bellagio, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, the Mirage, Luxor, New York, Excalibur, and Park MGM. The closure also affects City Center, which includes the Aria and Vdara resorts. The MGM closures will affect thousands of employees. MGM says it will reopen the resorts as soon as it's safe to do so. Wynn Las Vegas and Encore will also shut down effective Tuesday. Matt Maddox, CEO of Wynn Resorts, says he estimates the resorts will reopen April 1st. He says they'll continue to monitor the situation and that date is subject to change. Right now, Caesars Entertainment says their properties will remain open. However, they've suspended show performances at all of its Strip properties and they've closed some at restaurants. MGM and Caesars have both announced layoffs due to the closures. Most workers will only get paid for the next 2 weeks. And one of the latest cancellations that will have a big impact on the city of Las Vegas comes from the NFL. The organization announced today that it is canceling 3-day the three-day NFL draft event originally scheduled for April 23rd through the 25th. The draft was expected to draw hundreds of thousands of fans into the city. In a statement, the league said it will make up for the cancellation with other events, including a Super Bowl. The Mob Museum is also closed until further notice, and Clark County is closing all parks and recreation facilities. Outdoor park spaces will remain open to the public. Elsewhere across the country, several states, including California, Ohio, Illinois, have mandated the closure of all dine-in restaurants and bars until further notice. That means the only option is to carry out meals or have them delivered. And many cities and states are now restricting large public gatherings. For details on what's happening closer to home, Nye County is posting the latest coronavirus information on its website, nyecounty.net. Everyone is concerned about staying healthy in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, but experts agree one of the best things we can do to prevent the transmission of illness is to keep hands clean and germ-free. Erica Foreman has more.
Nothing beats good hand hygiene when trying to stay healthy.
Wash your hands, any soap, 20 seconds at least, or an alcohol-based sanitizer will do the job.
According to Dr. Frank Esper of Cleveland Clinic Children's, germs can be transferred from person to person when we touch things like doorknobs, money, or even other people.
The grocery store, movie theater, things like that. These are all places where we all come together. When you bring a bunch of people together, you're bringing a bunch of germs together. How to prevent those infections? Washing your hands is the best way to do it.
Dr. Esper says you don't need anything fancy or expensive to keep hands germ-free.
Just a regular, good old generic soap will do just as fine as the expensive stuff that has labels like antibacterial.
And for small children, hand sanitizer is a good choice.
The youngest children, you know, the 1 and 2 year olds, are not very good hand washers. They generally have a hard time working with soap and water and doing the whole sequence. That's where alcohol-based sanitizers help. It's just squirt it into their hands and rub, rub, rub. That is so much better for the smaller children.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
Dr. Esper says parents can teach their kids good hygiene practices at any age, but usually once kids are school age, they have a better handle on how to wash properly. News 25 will be right back after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Josephina is a sweet, loving black lab mix who's in need of her forever home. Darby O'Donnell joins us from Desert Haven Animal Society with more.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Josephina. Josephina is a black lab mix. She has that very classic black lab look where it's all black with a few white paws and a white chest. She is actually quite small. She's like a medium-sized dog. She's very sweet. She has a cute personality. She needs a little bit of training on the leash, but other than that, she's super loving. She came out here, immediately came up to us. If you want to see her or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, they're on Ceres Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Josephina. Good job. You did a good job.
Oh, such a sweet animal. It was a weekend of fun, entertainment, and of course chili at the 8th Annual Silver State Chili Cook-Off in Pahrump.
Chili cooks showed up at Petrick Park to serve up their best chili recipes to visitors, and there was something for every taste, including red chili, chili verde, vegetarian chili, and many more. You could taste up to 12 chilies for just $10, then vote for your favorite. The Chili Cook-Off also featured vendor booths, live entertainment, a car show and car auction, games, and a horseshoe tournament. No word yet on the final tally for this year, but last year the cook-off raised about $19,000. Proceeds from the Silver State Chili Cook-Off benefit the Nevada Outreach Training Organization and its No to Abuse program, a nonprofit that for the last 25 years has advocated on behalf of victims of domestic violence, stalking, and sexual abuse crimes.
We had a chance to find out the end result of how the Rotary Club can help out people in need throughout the community.
Thank goodness for Barbara and the Rotary Club. They came out and built this beautiful ramp. Took them a half a day. They did a fantastic job. There was a whole crew out here, all volunteers that own businesses here in town, and all their wives. It was just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, they've been going around building ramps for a number of years now. You needed this ramp because you had a friend that's coming from out of town.
Moving in from California, and she's in an electric chair. And I hope it'll work out just fantastic. It should.
And you need it too, right? You haul stuff up and down the stairs is difficult.
Yeah, and those stairs are not the easiest thing to get up, so I'll be able to haul my cases of water and stuff in with no problem.
How did they know about you and that you needed a ramp?
I called them because I know Judy out on the south side, and they built one for her. So I got a hold of them, and they worked with me really closely, and I'm just so appreciative. Thank you, Rotary. Anybody that wants to support a really good cause, throw some money towards a Rotary because they do a lot of really great stuff.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Now for a look outside at our weather cam. Today is awfully cold, a little damp, and very windy.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Well, it's definitely been windy, blustery, and cloudy today, but let's take a look at the surrounding areas. Now in Las Vegas, we have a high of 69 degrees today with a low of 48. Death Valley, a high of 74 with a low of 52. Amargosa is 64 with a low of 42. Beatty, a high of 59, a low of 37. Goldfield, 51, low of 27. Tonopah, 50 with a low of 26. Carson City, a high of 43 and low of 27, and Fallon, a high of 59, low of 34, and Fernley, 54 degrees today with a low of 32. Now currently, we're looking at 58 degrees with a partly cloudy, very windy day. The high was 64 today. The wind has been south at 22 miles an hour, humidity at 40%, and sunrise was at 6:52 a.m. Okay, currently, our evening is, well, of course, we have 58. There's going to be showers possibly with a low of 44 degrees, wind south-southeast, 20 miles an hour, humidity at 57%, and sunset will be at 6:53 p.m. Okay, Tuesday, we're looking at some cloudy skies with a 14 miles an hour wind from the south continued from the south. 55 for a high and 38 for a low. Wednesday, 54 for a high. A little bit more sunshine and 38 for a low, and south winds at 12 miles an hour Thursday, 53 with a low of 58, which seems to be a little bit in reverse. Friday is 59 degrees with a low of 41, and Saturday 62 with a low of 43, and Sunday 63 with a low of 44, and only 9 mile per hour wind at south-southeast easterly direction. So we're going to get a little bit of a break on the weekend. That should be nice. Now Monday we're looking at south 13 mile an hour winds again, and 60 degrees with a low of 43. Okay, now this is just in a duplex fire on Red Butte with one person reportedly injured. Several animals have escaped the fire and are reportedly loose. Now police and medics are on the scene. And we wanted to let everyone know that the BOCC meeting tomorrow has been canceled. You can find out more by visiting our Facebook page. Now, this has been Janet Errett with News 25, and we hope to see you right back here again tomorrow.